Hey, good morning, church. Welcome back to the Ride In. It's Wednesday morning, October 2nd, and we're on our way into the office and looking forward to getting ready for church tonight, Wednesday night Bible study, and looking forward to continuing our series of lessons through the book of Ezra, and want to encourage you to anticipate learning from God's Word and fellowshipping with God's people. It's always a great time. This morning, I just wanted to challenge you with a simple thought. I was reading in Romans this morning, and I got to chapter 12, and I read just a phrase in chapter 12. And the Apostle Paul was challenging those who have different responsibilities within the church or different areas of influence within the church. And he made this statement. He said, "He that ruleth with diligence." He that ruleth with diligence. And he was speaking to those who have the privilege of overseeing things, administrating things. I think when you think of that word ruler, it gives the impression of someone who that measures things, what's going on, who assesses the situation and the needs there are. It's not just about being in charge or being the boss. It's about someone who's observant in the situation, in the organization, and in the circumstances, and is determining by that observation what needs to be done. And I think that there's a temptation when we get into a position of leadership, of oversight, where perhaps after some time has gone by, that we can become what's the word? Not presumptuous, but entitled. We can become entitled, and we feel like, yeah, I've earned this job, and I deserve it, and I've put my time in, and now I'm gonna point the finger and tell everybody else what to do. And I think that's one of the worst things that a leader can do. You see, you stay great the same way you became great, and you keep a position the same way you got the position. And the most important thing when you oversee people is that they see that you're invested, and that you're just not one that's content to let everyone else do the work, but that you're in the foxhole, you're on the front line, and you're doing the work as well. The word diligence speaks of, from my study, speaks of two aspects. One is a measure of quality, and one is a measure of not necessarily speed or haste, but a urgency, I guess I could say. So there's a balance there of someone who's working as hard as they can, but at the same time not diminishing the quality of the product. So there's a fine line there. You can see someone who is just wanting to produce, and we've seen it in business in the secular world, how, oftentimes when it comes to that production mentality, you'll lose the quality in the mass production of something. And that's when a business begins to lose its effectiveness, when people realize that, yeah, the price has gone down, but the product itself isn't what it used to be. And we're speaking more in a business standpoint, but when it comes to the local church, we have to be prayerful that God would help us as we oversee, as we influence, that we're doing our best that we're investing, that we're working, that we're leading by example, and that there's nothing that we would ask somebody else to do that we're not willing to do ourselves, and that we're not willing to show them. A great leader knows the way, shows the way, and goes the way, and that we're being an example, and that we are giving our all, but at the same time we are pacing ourselves in the sense that we're not diminishing the quality and the time that's necessary. If necessary, we will stop and we'll take our time, and we will perhaps on paper appear to do less, but because we're investing in a life or an individual, it's not about how many, but how impactful we can be. And when we do make a difference in that one, eventually it's not about addition, it's about multiplication, because when we can bring forth fruit that remains in the lives of other people, then they too can invest their lives as well. So if God's given you the privilege of ruling, of leading, of guiding, of overseeing, whether it be a parent, a business owner, a group leader, a class teacher, a church overseer of some sort, I want to encourage you to do it with diligence. That's what Paul told the Roman believers. He that ruleth with diligence. I hope that's helped you today. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.